side of the wall. Things looking very, very choppy here. Let me see. Okay, all right, we got that. And we're alive. At least that's what it looks like. No. This is funny. This is really, really funny. I am saying that we are alive, but I'm not too sure if we are. Looks like we are. And we are live. Good night, everyone. Different thing tonight. The studio breakdown. The producer is having a breakdown. Everybody having a breakdown today. The producers, the studio, the internet. It look like Mario Mitchell having a major breakdown himself too. What the hell? Everybody having a breakdown today. Today's the day for breakdown, so let's continue. Let's see if we can get the Peter Mountain have a breakdown and some other people get a breakdown and so on and so forth and shooby-dooby-doo. Now remember, we had shared a link with everybody because that's our regular link. But, as I said, everything falling apart. So, now you have to go share the live and invite people over this side and let them know that this is where it's coming from. And we can proceed, so to speak. Is everybody good? So go share the live. I'll give you all a few minutes to go share the live. And for those of you who know anybody in Central Westmoreland and Central Manchester and South Manchester, please share the live to them and invite them on because we want to share some information with them, hoping that they will find it intriguing. I don't know. So we're having issues. There's no Jesus, I can't. All right, Michelle, I did all of that already. All right, I did. So let's move on and see if we can get some things going. I must tell you, I am sure that I am not sure how long I can keep up these lives in the heat. The heat is killing me. It's really having an adverse effect on me. I had to go to the doctor this morning. The heat is really, really working me out. And I'm having a really tough time with it. I mean, it's draining. It make you feel nauseous even, if you ask me. So I'm trying to stay cool and whatever. So we have an exciting lineup, but it's not as fancy as it normally is. There'll be no videos, no pictures to show, and all of that. So therefore, the entire entertainment package is up to me. So I'm going to try to see if I can do best in entertaining you as best as I can. But you have to be reminded that this is not the regular link, so you got to share the live. Michelle, could you please share the live for me on my page, my Facebook page? Could you share it so that people see the new link? Because I think people might be on looking for something different and not finding it. So could you, if you can? Once again, I apologize to you all for the we'll start a little bit late, but also for the fact that we have the usual things. So I don't know if I don't think we'll be able to fix this tonight, so we have to just work with it. So let us start where we should start. Where is to start but wherever the drama is. And right now the drama is taking place in the little puny mind of a guy named Mario Mitchell. I don't see any of the nastiness in posts. Well, I saw one thing. But I hear that there's a whole host of nastiness that have been revealed from this guy. What's up? But let me assure you all, this is nothing new. Absolutely nothing new. He has been doing this for a while. Him learn all his bad manners him get from hanging out with Bunting, because I'm sure his mother tried. Don't know if his father did, but I'm sure his mother did. So all the nastiness that he has learned to do and all the things that he has been doing is something that he learned from Bunting. And we have no other expectation from him except for him to continue doing all of this nastiness. But you, the people of Central Manchester, can do something about it. You can, because you don't have to vote for them. And tonight we're going to share some things with you. In the meantime, let us start with the first thing on my agenda. Can somebody please link up some guy named T. Gray for me? If any of you have a link to him, can you please give a link up and tell him, give a little step over here so I'd like to have a little talk with him. Tell him it's not a quarrel, it's a talk. Just a little talk I'd like to have with him. So if he can come over here, and Arlene Perrier, and Sandy Solid, because this concerns the three of them. So, ask them to come over here a bit for me, see if we can talk, Alright, remember to give the live a like up, send me a pithy comment, and please go and share it. Alright, because many people are not going to find it through the usual channel. So it's up to you now to who is jealous? He's a jealous coward, you mean Teddy Lee? I would say him, yeah, he's a jealous and he's a coward. Him jealous and by the things that he uttered. He's a coward by the fact that he couldn't even show him face to confront us. He decided to do it in the shadows of darkness. And I don't know if that was supposed to frighten us, but no, we're not frightened easy over here. So the heat frightened me more than anybody else. So there you go with that. So call up Teddy Lee for me, because I like to have a conversation with him. Link up the people them from link the people from oh Jesus, it's the people that seen it, so I have to answer them, we're having problems. Alright? So, want to find Teddy Lee Gray for me? Alright. So, Teddy Lee, I don't know you. I have heard your name before. The first time I heard your name, and I mentioned it again, and I mentioned it when I heard it months before I actually mentioned it. When I heard your name, it was called in an internal discussion between the people in Southeast St. Anne and the people then that now control the PNP, and your name came up on a farm, on a PNP farm, suggesting that you are a group chairman or a vice chairman or a member of a particular group registered to be a PNP group. That's the first time I heard your name, Teddy Lee. And when we started inquiring about 21 groups that were set up by Wizzy, the thief in ugly councillors them, Lisa and the councillors them, Lydia, that thief in ugly liar one, the one when named Gary, uglier than him is only Sin. Maybe Sin might have a better look than him too if you put it, if you beard it off and fix it up good. And the next one when named Bell. All of them got together and they decided to put together some groups that will help them to remove Lisa Hanna as constituency chairman for her constituency. And guess what, Teddy Lee? Your name was one of those lists. And somebody said to me, but this guy is a Labourite. How will he become a member of a PNP group? But the people that control the PNP don't know nothing about PNP. And they don't know nothing about who's a Labourite and who's a PNP. So they accepted the group because they were all in cohorts with using those groups to remove Lisa Hanna. So Paul Burke at the time, who I believe at the time, well, it started from Hifine time when he was General Secretary. So when it went to Mark and Leighton and the rest of them, they don't have a clue them to use it because they want to use it to get rid of Lisa Hanna. So there was the group. And the group and Lisa Hanna found out, went to party headquarters, raised the roof, and got those groups kicked off. So Teddy Lee, that is the first time I ever heard your name. Got it? That's the first time. The only time I ever mentioned your name, kind sir, was when I was doing the analysis of each constituency, and I did Lisa's constituency, and I mentioned the same group thing, and I mentioned your name in that because your name was prominent. Why was your name prominent? You are a known Labourite, and everybody was kind of confused. What is a known Labourite doing in a PNP group? Because if a known Labourite going to create some dysfunction and cause some little mayhem and confusion in the PNP, man, you don't use your right name to that. I mean, if that was a plot to infiltrate, that would be a failed plot because you use your own name, and that makes you what? Stupid. So there. So that's the only two times that I know of your name. Then now what? Lo and behold, somebody sent out this thing, Sandy Solid, a farmer resistance, who was resisting Mark, and resisting Bunting, and resisting Leighton, resisting the whole lot of them for all kinds of reasons. She was, Sandy Solid, was a very, very vocal, well, I don't know vocal, but boy, she was resisting. Hate them, disliked them, don't want nothing. For the first time I met Sandy Solid was when we were doing the by-election for Dan Reed Delancey down in Westmoreland. And after that, I never hear her say her again until just about recently when all of this come up. So after you, Teddy Lee, who is a coward, by the way, because if you have attack two women, because it's me and Natalie you attack. If you're going to attack two women, you're going to attack a beautiful maroon woman, and you're going to attack a nice looking brown woman like me. Man, show your face, man. Stand up. Be a man. Show yourself in darkness, looking like ghosts. You're in a darkness attack with even if it's you because we can't see you. So that makes you a coward. And that alone should disqualify you from even for me to even have a conversation with you. But I'm going to tell you why I'm having this conversation with you, and I'm going to tell you why the conversation is a quarrel. Conversations are a quarrel. So you said this thing, you chat up things about me and about Natalie, and you call up Arlene Perry's name as well. Now, my dear sir, anybody can do anything they want on social media. Don't you know that that's the basis of social media? Is there to just say anything you want and do anything you want, and within the parameters set by the people who set up social media. So if they don't like something, take it off. But pretty much that's basically it. So if you have something to say and some beef with us, I would like to talk to you tonight. So I hope you come on and watching the live. And if you want to talk, then let me know. I will link you and make a comment. But here's my issue first, because I'm not going to gloss over it. I'm going to extend a hand of friendship to you. Well, not friendship, a hand of inclusion to you. I myself have a political agreement with the devil. You see, Winston Churchill said that if Hitler was going to invade hell, Winston Churchill would stand up in the House of Commons and he would say a kind word about Winston Churchill. Therefore, what Churchill was saying is that if Hitler was going to attack hell, we were going to join forces with Satan. Now, I'm not joining forces with Satan, but he and I, we have an arrangement. Me and Satan, me and the devil, we have an arrangement, a political arrangement. And that political arrangement is a simple one. Him have two jobs. There are two things in that arrangement. One, him supposed to take care of the risers then. Mark, he must make sure say Leighton say all kind of crap we supposed to say. He must make sure say Mark and dig out him bottom. He must make sure say them go up on platform and chat crap. He must make sure say he has got to talk about in birth certificate Mark Jamaica land of my birth. The devil's responsibility is to make sure that them keep stepping in it. And every time them step in it, it plaster all over them face. So the devil doing for him job. The second thing, arrangement we have, is that him don't cover here so at all. He never look over here so. Because over here so, we live in salvation. We live in the light of God. We live in grace and forgiveness and niceties. So him never set foot over here so at all. That's the arrangement, the political arrangement between me and the devil. So, hear me now, Teddy. It's not our fault. It's not. So let me make it one thing clear to you because it looks like you don't get it properly. So I need to clarify some things for you. Natalie spoke her piece about you already. And I want you to understand me now. I'm a PMP, Teddy. PMP. Mark Golding and Leighton can run me out of PMP. The PMP is not a building. It's not a piece of paper. It's not a stack of, not a file. You know, it's not a shirt. It's not that. All of that contribute to it being what it is. Yes, but that is not it. The PMP is a fundamental idea that was exposed by Norman Manley. And these people that run it have no idea what that is. So they do what they do. And not them do what they do. But they can't stop them from doing what they do. Except you, the voters. I have never ever come on this platform and tell anybody that I'm a member of the JLP or I'm a Labour right. I have never done that. Never ever. So now we get that information about we just join the GLP and when this done, we're going to go back go join the PMP. Me don't like join things, you know, Teddy. Not like join things at all. In school I played netball, we run track and do some little things, but me don't like join things. And the thing me a part of, I like to be like either the leader or the second leader. Me not going below that. So me don't understand what you're talking about when you say all of that. Alright. So me not a member of the GLP, sir. You're going after Arlene Perrier, who, from my understanding, has been an original member of the GLP or supporter. I've never no. I have never seen Arlene Perrier. I don't know what she is. I don't know if she has ever declared what she is, who she is, and what she support. But I've always seen her in the light of an independent person who got herself if she thinks something suit her fancy and got herself if she thinks something don't suit her fancy. It is the right of each individual to make that decision, as we are free citizens, free people. We can do that as we are, as we may. So I don't know what your beef is with Arlene Perrier. But your underlying problem, as you spoke so ineloquently and so bad-mindedly, your underlying problem is that we are getting views, subscribers, people are interested in what we have to say, and that burn you. And so you become bad-minded. And you know it's bad-minded because you're the one who said on this darkness live that you did, that you never say a bad mind. But you know that's true, that's why you say it. You wanted to preempt us and say it, but you know it's true that. Say some bad mind have to do with it. Now, how is social media now in this political climate? Social media in this political climate, the success of a social media platform currently depends on what you're selling. Depends on what you're talking about. Depends on what if you can tap into what is interesting, what interests people. Once you can tap into that, you won't have a problem. People will come to listen to what you have to say. You might be surprised, but let me tell you, I was totally flummoxed when I first went on YouTube and started scroll YouTube, maybe some 2 years ago or so. And when I started going through it, I was flummoxed to see just how many YouTube channels there are that spouting the idea that there is no God and Jesus never came. You'll be amazed at to see the hundreds of thousands of people who actually watch it and comment it on it. So I'm saying people always find topics of discussion to interest various kind of people. People have different interests in different things. Why do you think the dark web and social media and YouTube and the rest of them are so successful? Because you have people who believe that believe in dark media, people who believe in devil worshipping, people who believe that you can marry a 5-year-old child, people who believe that you can sacrifice people for blood or whatever it is. That is a fact. So if you don't have anything to sell and anything to offer, people will not listen to you. So that's the first thing. Now when you find that niche to be able to talk to people, there's another thing you have to also have. Charisma, charm, like me. I'm charming. I'm funny. I'm nice. You? You're a coward in a dark room without a darkness, talking about things. So we don't know. That also help. But you know what else could sell? If you're grumpy and quarreling all the time, maybe that could sell to maybe there's a lot of people around the world who would listen to grumpy. You don't know. But whatever you're selling, you have to also be convinced of it. So you have to have a level of conviction about what you're selling. And if you don't have any personal conviction, you will not be able to sell it, nobody anything. So when you go on some channel and talking about Andrew Hollis is the greatest thing since sliced bread, who are you going to get listen to you except a set of people who believe the same thing like you, but then they're not enough to get you the views that you so desire. Those are not enough. And if you believe that you're a big time laborer and you should get all the laborers and should be on your channel and all of them should be watching you and everybody should be bigging you up and talking to you, that's because you're not speaking to them, sir. If you were speaking with them and to them, they'd be listening to you. They would be with you. But you're not. So that's why you don't see them. Why them come over here? We're funny. We take everything light. No, everything that we say and do over here, sir, is serious. It has to do with the survival of Jamaica. It has to do with ensuring that Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell and Peter Bunting don't get control of our country. Everything that we sell over here is that. Now for me, and I can only speak for me, that for me is a deeply held conviction that one should think first and foremost about your country. Now in all my years being involved in the politics, I have always thought that it was about country, even though we do all the little things then. It took Mark Golding and Peter Bunting to really dig that out of me, because I've always believed that the PNP is a party that think of country and of loyalty and the patriotism, only to discover that it's not. So you can imagine my motivation and my convictions, how that come across to you now as we speak. Because it is unrelenting, Teddy. Not may ease up, it not may stop. This is how it's going to be for me. So, in the spirit of what we do, and what we are doing and what we're trying to accomplish, can I say to you, Teddy, that join us. Get your channel, say what you have to say, spread your word, come out for the best things in sliced bread thing, talk about Peter Bunting and Mark Golding and Leighton Campbell. There's so much to talk about Leighton Campbell. I could give you him to just take him on. I'm saying to you that in what we do is not individualistic, and what we do is not designed only for us or a few. It's designed for everybody who wants to help, to make sure that these men don't take control of our country. Don't you agree with me, Teddy? I'm hoping that you do agree with me that this is a battle, a war, if you're going to take Miranda at her word, that we're fighting a demonic force in Peter Bunting and Mark Golding. And we need every single solid Jamaican, every Jamaican that is well thinking, every Jamaican that have a little patriotic blood in you. We need all of you to just come on and let us do it. So don't stay on one side and be bad. Do your thing. Share your thing with us. No more midnight darkness live calling up with name. I mean, anybody can call up my name as long as them want, and anyhow them want. It's not here not there with me, because I really can't take on no more war. So I'm not worried nobody about calling up my name. My war is focused. Yeah? But if you're in this, Teddy, we'd love to have you on. Come in and live, make some people see you. And let's get that going, because this is a fight that needs everybody, Teddy. Everybody. So you don't need to war with me and Natalie. You don't need to war with Arlene Perrier. You don't need to war with nobody. Just get your damn channel, find a topic, pick one of the man them. Or if you don't know how to do it, then link me up the man. We discuss it. We'll discuss it as a group, and And as a team, my team will be willing to discuss it with you. And we talk about how you can help. And we'll probably give you a late and make you go ride that like a horse. I mean, what you say, Teddy, about that? Now, as to stand is solid, sharing your thing. Now that is plain old mischief. That is designed to divide. That is designed to say, see there? Labor at them a war with the so-called, that's what them call us, you know. The so-called PMP them. See there? So when she take it and she share it, as she leaving it there, so. That was just intended to be divisive, and it was intended to create war and strife. But Sandy Solid, listen to me very carefully tonight, Sandy Solid, because I am only going to say this once, and I will not come back out here come say it to you. So I want you to listen to me, and I want you to tell her if she's not here, and somebody share it to her. Listen to me, my dear. Just listen, right? Come in a war with nobody. Me no war with no. Not a single one of them. Me have no war. My war is with them man there. Now if you don't want to defend them, do it. But don't come at me in defending them. Coming at me, don't help you defend them, because every time you come to me, come at me, we're going to lick them down. The more you come, we lick them down. I will tell them a long time, don't war with we, go try defend them. Go talk about them if you can. But clearly and obviously, you can't, so you come in at us. So hear me good, Sandy Solid. You dash the PMP seat out of St. Thomas. I am now thinking that was a wonderful, good thing. I am now applauding that, because you turn out to be nothing but a moron. A real stupid ass moron. You promote this, thinking that it's going to create confusion and war and division. You know how many people try to divide us over here, sir? You know why it's not divided over here, sir? No matter what views we may have different from each other, it will never be an outright war on social media and division. Do you know why that happens, Sandy Solid? That happens because I am focused. I am very, very focused, laser being focused. So no matter what you throw this way, if Natalie says something, and Michelle says something, and some other people say something, I will not be drawn into that. That is not my focus. I want to focus, man. Because if you did focus on the damn seat, you probably don't win. If you did focus and stop all of them, listen to me. Do not draw my tongue. I don't want to come out and come talk up things about you. Because I'm in a war with you. So I'm saying to you, chill, man. Don't share nothing to divide people. Share good things. They can't find a Bible verse to share. Huh? Why are you not out here in back goalie? Because of the cat. I don't like him neither. No, don't like him. You don't know how to defend him. You don't like him. You don't have an argument for sale. You see what Mario Mitchell him do? In a film WhatsApp? Because he's not to defend Mark. He's not to defend Peter Bunting. So this is what them stoop to. This is where they at. And you know why that is? Because we and the devil have an arrangement. And his job is to create confusion and all kind of things over there. So the pastor had prayed it. The devil is in the midst of them over there. Spirit of confusion, all kind of thing going on. The leader they go to him bottom. The general secretary a shout upon the top of him vice. Everybody a beat down them one another. Them going crazy. A source of confusion over there. That is the job of the devil. So Sandy Solid. If you want to divide and create no kind of mischief over here, so, and include my name in it, be warned that before the night is done, I mean by the election, I'll come back out here and I will box you over on Facebook. I mean, not rhetorically, not physically. And I'm sure you can beat me up. I'm sure you'll be able to beat me up. But rhetorically, you can't match me. Cannot. Because we don't have no sense. We don't really, truly not have no sense. And I really believe that all of you is beneath me. And I want to do work my time to, no argument with, because, really believe me, I don't consider, on any level, don't ever reach up to my knees. So there you go, became but in an argument with, So Teddy Lee, you're an Arlene Perrier first, you need to make up first with Arlene Perrier, and then and talk to me. Let's see if we can, get this thing, get you all involved in what we're doing, and and we will work better together. Don't you think? Together we work better. So I hope you take that in good spirit, Teddy Green. But if you feel like going back, doing one dark room behind darkness, go talk some crap about me, then how me feel? Care nothing about it. But I won't come out here come in an argument with you. And I'll be doing no video talking about you in a bad mind way. I want you to succeed. Because if you succeed, it means that we all succeed. Don't you get that? I don't understand. I don't understand no conviction about what we're doing. It's not about likes and shares. I would not be on here. I would not be here this Tuesday night if it wasn't for all of this. I would not have no interest in this unless we're going to talk about sex and food and travel. I don't want to hear about that. For that. They're better people better at it than me. But so there you go with that. So now go chill out. Right? Teddy Lee Gray were good. Anybody say Teddy Lee? Anybody on the live say Teddy Lee? No? Anybody say Teddy Lee? Well, I love you too, darling. Love you all very much too. Now, yesterday, I was fortunate to have a discussion with some Tapanaris people. And I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even tell you how that happened. But I so happened to be in the company of someone who then saw another someone and another someone and 3 and 4 someone, and pretty soon here I was in the middle of Tapanaris people looking around me. I wonder if Mark will come to and see me talk to Tapanaris people then. An interesting conversation, a lot of things to talk about, mostly about the elections coming up, about Jamaica. Some of these people are manufacturing giants. Some of these people into other aspect of the private sector, and they have expressed to me their fear of Mark Golding being Prime Minister of Jamaica, and greater fear of Peter Bunting being Minister of Finance or Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I can't even begin to tell you how them Tapanaris people, how them face and them skin change color when them tell you how much them think that Peter Bunting is a demon. And I mean, them think him is a demon, a literal demon in the body shape of a man, a very short tuku man, But it appears to me like the Tapanaris people and the private sector, based on what they're saying, they're comfortable with where the country is. Some of them who had the authority to speak as though they spoke when they said that there's nobody in this country that wants the government to change. Nobody. That's what some of them said. And I can believe them based on who they are, that there are no private sector people who want the government to change. And the teachers are better off. The teachers are never ever better off. Them always want more. And the police is not, they are also in a good place. The country is in a good place. We just need to find a way to stop exporting so much money, because them says the greatest export is our US dollar. So we need to find a way to use up the farmlands that we have and grow what we need to eat and stuff like that. It was a most heartwarming 3 hours, and I get to eat Tapanaris lunch. So there, so it was a good Tapanaris discussion, and it was very, very, very interesting. A whole heap more things that I will share with you at some other time, but it wasn't a part of my repertoire for tonight. But I wanted to just mention that I had that Tapanaris lunch stroke discussion, stroke almost going to early even there, and it was good, So there, the Tapanaris people are clear that them no want no Mark Golding lead them, and them no want Bunting, they don't want to see Bunting nowhere in the government ever again. If he's going to be in government, why they believe that they should create a ministry of stray dogs, a stray dogs ministry, and give Bunting that job to go collect stray dogs. And but then another one said, boy, I wouldn't trust him with the stray dogs either. So there you go, the man no one Bunting doing absolutely nothing. Now when the argument came up about Mark Golding secret cabinet list, and have the pedophile as being the Minister of National Security, what them behave like all out to do, they But them say, so secure what? They underage people, name I go secure them, I go secure. That was not me, I swear to God that was not me. But it's one of them Tapanaris people where we talk, they talk Jamaican. Oh, and the idea that the thing that Mark does, try to talk Jamaican, it really, really riled them. And them they're Jamaican Tapanaris, Jamaican whites, Jamaican Tapanaris, and them talk perfectly good patois. You know, them just sit out there about talk perfect. We don't have to try. Me and them talk patois, just like me and talk patois. And it galls them that Mark does that. And they think that he knows about his own inadequacies as a man. And even though them come from his ilk, they're disappointed in him. Them never know him was that stupid. And there you go with that. And that was my discussion with the Tapanaris people. Now we'll move on. I see the JLP having a thing, a gospel concerts in that some of their meetings, or a meeting stroke gospel concert, or a gospel concert stroke meeting. And I think that's a very good idea. I want to big it up. If you guys could find a way to make it more open so that people that not wearing green can actually come in a yellow shirt or a white shirt or a pink shirt or a purple shirt and not feeling like, you know, it's not their space. If you could make it more comfortable for other Jamaicans. I know it's a political thing. It is a party thing. But I don't know. I can't even make a suggestion as to how to make it more comfortable. Maybe you all can knock your heads together and come up with something to make it more comfortable. You can advertise it in wherever the area that you're keeping it in, and get church-going people who don't normally follow up the politics, and some of them who don't really vote either, to show up to that gospel concert. They will know that it's yours. They're not hiding that, but you want to open it. So I don't know if you could have feelers out in wherever it is being held in the days, in the day lead up to it, or in the daytime before it come, and to tell people, you know, we invite you to come down. Don't worry enough for wearing a green. Just come down, come hear the word of God, and go sing some music and dance to the Holy Ghost and all of that. If you can find a way to build it up, then I would suggest that you do so. The school bus thing. Because I saw the disabled child on the bus, and I thought to myself that it's a rural bus program for rural Jamaica. It is not designed for Kingston and St. Andrew. It's for rural areas. And I thought that a good section of our corporate area population have a host of disabled, a huge disabled community, come to think of it. And maybe Minister Vaz could consider involving the leaders in the disabled community in the whole rollout of the school bus thing, in terms of highlighting how adaptable it is to people with different disabilities. So involve them, the leadership of the disabled community, get them involved, and maybe a bus for Kingston and St. Andrew, where there are a good chunk of disabled schoolgoers. And that is something I thought about when I saw that one going on down in Manchester there. That the disabled community could be involved in discussions about it. Not just to just provide a bus for them, but involve them in the discussions so that they themselves can help the kids to transition into that new provision for them. They're not used to it. Them used to the struggle. So if you're going to introduce this for them, you need to have a program where you transition them into it, and enable having discussions with the disability community leaders could help facilitate that, to help the children to transition into this comfortable environment of this comfortable transportation mode that they have not been accustomed to. And I thought that maybe that could something that the minister could look at and put a bus in the corporate area. If it suits you, if it can, Mr. Vaz, I'm saying it to you that if it can work, a bus in the corporate area to facilitate the disabled community would not be such a bad idea if it works for you, sir. Now, I saw Minister Desmond Mackenzie down in Portland opening a drop-in center. I don't know why they call it a drop-in center. I mean, it probably, the name probably take away the stigma from what you would normally call it. So maybe it's a good idea of calling it a drop-in center. Yeah, a temporary shelter for people who might have problems. A temporary shelter for a woman who a man who some man who believe that she's in picnic, and she just take a picnic one night and just leave and hang out at the drop-in center where she's be safe and secure. It's a wonderful idea, Minister Mackenzie. I wish we could do that in all 14 parishes, or maybe more. I know money is tight those things, and those things are maybe not in the budget, but I am so heartened by it, so very heartened by it. It would be difficult to create one in Kingston. It wouldn't make no sense. I don't think about it, because if you're going to do one in Kingston, we need one a big hell of a building. But one in each parish would be good to give abused women a place of refuge, and their children who suffer under those abuse as well. Not like Mark Golden thing where you talk about. This is nothing for degrade poor people. This is something to help a single mother who having issues and she can drop in, or if you go a clinic for the whole day, you can't get a bus, go back up and you can rest your foot. I like the idea. But as usual, when a good idea crops up and you experiment with it one place, the other place I'm going to get jealous, and you probably have to go get it in the other places as well. Now, there's something that was never on my list, and I'm telling you, when I saw it today, I nearly lose my mind. Totally nearly lose my mind. I was like, what the hell? But hell wasn't the word. Whatever, I mean, I go on. But I was out by the shop when I heard it. So everybody I look at ask me what. And of course, I explained to them. I explained to them that I just saw something that pedophile general secretary of Mark Golden, when call him side man, him mad at the juggling, him right hand in the juggling. Now I hear him saying that Mark Golden is the reincarnation of Michael Manley. Mark Golden is the reincarnation of the Manley family. Need to sue. The Manley family should sue. Mark Golden reincarnation. The name Mark Golden beside Michael Manley name is blasphemy. It is cause for a lawsuit. The name Michael Manley. If Michael Manley was alive, he would have resigned from the PNP. He wouldn't stay in there. No. And if Michael Manley was a young man in the country where the PNP exists, he wouldn't join it. He wouldn't be no part of UNO. You nasty mouth, look a fresh mouth, boy, you come talk about. No, man, not calling you no boy. Apologies for that. Yeah? This little riffraff man who have no semblance of decency about him, knows nothing about Michael Manley, knows nothing about the Manley clan. And even up this little dirty man will walk out and dig out bug out and bottom. And I even better call him Michael. You ever see Michael Manley yet, youth? Where were you? You ever see Michael Manley yet? Michael Manley is Mark Gold is the reincarnation of Mark Golden. Mark Gold is the reincarnation of Michael Manley. What the hell? There should be a lawsuit against that. If the Manley people feel strongly about it. No, this brother is really losing his mind. You know, when I say the devil sit down over there on the shoulder, I want to believe when I tell me that. The devil sit down on the shoulder for you to get up and say something like, oh, never mind, I forgot. I totally forgot. I've an arrangement with the devil. If you stay over there and make you say stupid things, that is one of the stupid things. But I can't tell you how much that aggravate people. All over the country, it's aggravating people. Even inside, we don't know. People are aggravated by the fact that you will say that. Michael Manley loyalist. People are aggravated by the fact that you said that. You don't have no filter. You're losing your mind. You're totally gone off your rockers. We understand. You're not getting a 13-year-old or 14-year-old boom boom. So things kind of tight with you. You shine and black and looking buffy and puffy and saying crap. So we understand. Keep on keeping on. Say some other stupid thing about something. Why don't you say Mark Gold is a reincarnation of Haile Selassie? Maybe that you should say that next. Since him love to have I'm man, you know, Markie G and and Ray. Mark Golding, reincarnation of Michael Manley. If you're talking about adversity, if you're talking about how one behave oneself in the time of adversity, or how one comports themselves as leaders, and how one go about delivering services to the Jamaican people, then Portia Simpson Miller would be the reincarnation of Michael Manley, you dirty piece of crap. The damn pedophile about Mark Golding is the thing of that. You don't have no sense. Now, I got some. Let's talk about Peter Murcutt. Because we'll talk about him every time we come on. So I got some information that Mario Mitchell down there, well, the information is not about him, but him clearly losing his mind because the devil live in a fiend pants as well. And him down in Manchester, him, Donovan Mitchell, Peter Bunting assisting them, and of course, Skeng is the campaign manager or the man in charge. Not quite about that. Now, one of the things that's taking place in central Manchester right now, I want Jamaica to listen to me, is that you have Donovan Mitchell, whose name is on the ballot to face the voters in central Manchester, going up against Rhoda Crawford. His name is on the ballot, but the real candidate is Skeng. I'm going to run the election because I'm saying I'm going to sweep Manchester. I'm going to win everything. And what kind of thing I'm going to want? And I'm the man in charge. I'm not afraid to call nobody name and I disrespect nobody. But I say what I say. So here you know. Two man ganging up on the one woman, the young lady that unseated Peter Bunting, working her ass off, doing everything by the book to win back her seat. And it takes two uno and a lot of drills to try to unseat her through various means. So Donovan Mitchell him down here looking for my notes. I have a different note for that. Never know me doing it. I have it somewhere here. Donovan Mitchell down here don't know embedded from in Bedfoot. Can't campaign on any kind of results. Can't campaign on any kind of successes that him can show as mayor. Can't campaign on anything that Bunting did and claim it as part of his own and say, yeah, we did that. Not even that him can say, we did that, because there's not that him can campaign on to say that they did. So, what is he doing instead of campaigning on a platform of achievements? Instead of campaigning on a platform of achievements, now my last damn thing again, look like him down here trying to rattle and harass Rhoda Crawford. That's what him down here doing. Down in central Manchester, behaving like a thug, flexing his muscle like, because he is the mayor, using the public money and the public resources. Can't be dash the paper blowing. Maybe the fan blowing the paper. Can't find it. I don't see it nowhere here. I can't find it. I lost it today and then I find it back and now I can't find it again. That's what happens when you write down stuff on paper. But let me see if I can go by memory here with some of it. Every time Rhoda put up our big billboard them, Donovan Mitchell have thugs taking down the woman billboard them. Our flags them are remove them. Him have one or two, I think him have two little teeny billboard, so it's not a big splendorous nice looking billboard, because him can't spend the council money, because them watch him like because everybody know him is a thief. Him thief the council's money. So him can't manage Rhoda in terms of her organization. Him can't manage Rhoda in terms of the job that she has done for the people of Central Manchester. Him can't manage that because she take the $60 million where Bunting left and fix people road and help people and build up people life, and him can't manage that. Him can't campaign against that. Now I'm not saying that Skeng is a part of that, but I'm going to ask, does Skeng know that is what you're doing? Having thugs in the middle of the night pulling down Rhoda Crawford billboards them. Having thugs and bikes tearing down the woman flag them. Does Skeng know that? Skeng, do you know that? Because you are run things down there. Donovan Mitchell can't go up one-on-one to a little young woman. She could be his daughter. I'm sure I'm of daughter as old as Rhoda. But I don't even know if you remember saying I'm of daughter as old as Rhoda. Because I don't know when picked them. I'm of 1900 picked and don't know them. But I'm sure I'm of daughter as old as Rhoda. And here's this big old grandpa trying to rattle and harass this young woman doing her job. Rhoda out there all hours a night. I understand. Putting up flags, billboards, checking people, dropping off packages. It's a big terrain, so sometimes that might run into 1, 2 a.m. And all you can do in response to that is harass the young woman, taking down our billboards them, tearing down our flags them, having man on bike or drive up for frighten them, black vehicle. What are you doing? What are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Huh? This election is supposed to be a peaceful election. But many of us never expected to be fully peaceful because Mark Golden, on the leader, made it absolutely clear from the beginning that the Labourites are not going to give up so easy. You know? They're not going to give up so easy. So we have a war with them. If a war, you're switching a ditch. In utterances them. I've been telling all of you from day one that you're not going to go into it peaceful, you're not going to make war. That is what your utterances have been doing. And now you decide to step it up a notch. I will start by harassing one little single young woman that beat the daylight out of the boss. I'm trying to harass her. The police had a meeting with all over down by Williamsfield a couple of weeks ago, I understand. And everything was set. The tone of the campaign was set. It was understood that this is a peaceful campaign. Everybody have the right. I driving through St. Mary on Saturday. I was amazed. Want to see the bridge there? Green flag, red. One green, one orange. One green, one orange. One green, one orange. Want to see it? There you buck up at some place with only orange, and you buck up at some place with only green. It's beautiful. It's Jamaica. It's a political campaign. It's supposed to be like that. Just that. Everybody get to put up them things and advertise themselves and sell themselves to the voters. Nobody should be afraid to go out there. Rhoda shouldn't be afraid to go walk her constituency. She's a damn MP. She was elected. She shouldn't be looking behind her to wonder if the Bible said last night they're going to follow her still. Who doing that? Who doing that? I am of the feeling that Mitchell not that sharp. I didn't have them kind of sharpness there and connections there. I am of the view of that, but maybe I am wrong. Because he's a devious to come and who got church and preach and go out that kind of crap. I have 1900 picnic and 2000 baby mother. Then the kind of man they don't take easy. You don't take that face value. Then the man have a certain kind of wickedness and deceitfulness about them we can't figure out. So maybe it's him. I think it's him. But how could it be? Again, I ask. And I'm only asking. How could it be him doing all of that? And Skeng's supposed to be in charge of the whole operation. Why is he harassing Rhoda? Why is he harassing Rhoda? Why is he taking down Rhoda's billboard? Because he not have none? Why is he removing her flags? But that's not him from put up field flag. When I inquired, I understand that Rhoda plainly explained to her people not to trouble anything for anybody. That's the way it's supposed to go. Green flag, orange flag. Green cloth, orange cloth. If you want to say bunting picture, one must piss on it. Except that. Alright, don't listen to me. The only person's billboard supposed to get any kind of flack from people is bunting. I'm out to see him throw some juice for him. I'm looking around the cup out to see him picture, throw it for him. What the hell? Why are you out there following up the woman up and down everywhere she go? You have following her to intimidate her and frighten her. Why is it that you don't have anything to offer? Could that be that you have no campaign message and you have no road to show you have been mayor and councillor from Wapikil, Phillip and Salfish, Shingling and house up, and you all know how long ago that was? You have nothing to show. So your only campaign method, your only strategy is to terrorize and antagonize Rhoda, a young woman who you have decades of political experience on. She is barely, in terms of political life, 5 years old. Barely. In terms of political life, she's not even 5 years old yet. And this is your idea. Your idea is to terrorize her. That's it? What is all of this about now? So, why is it? Why is it to terrorizing Rhoda? Donovan Mitchell, I have no doubt that damn fool Mario Mitchell is part of it too. But somebody going to cut him down a peg, you know. The voters of this country waiting for you. I'm absolutely certain that the voters of Central Manchester waiting on you on that. But I want the Jamaican people to understand and the people of Central Manchester to understand this. We have a choice to make. And that's simple choice. It's not a hard choice. Come on, people. Put Rhoda beside that sibling looking man that has never taken care of his children. 1,600 baby mother all over the parish. Broke and poor and God knows what. All of his decades in politics. There's nothing to his name to show that he has made a contribution to your constituency in any way, shape or form. Except him did it. And you can say, well, did a long time. Yes, he has. But what does he have to show for it? So you have him and you have Rhoda. What is your choice? Seriously, what is your choice? That's a simple choice for you? That is not even a choice. Not even a choice. Because I'm sure him can't measure up to Rhoda. I'm sure him is just a sleazy little man. And him can't measure up to Rhoda, who made it clear from she was about 14 or 15 that she wanted to be in politics and work towards it and achieve one of the greatest victory ever. Defeated the Machiavellian one. A stunning upset in 2020. And another stunning upset coming for him when Ian Ives shall certainly defeat him over in South Manchester. So it's going to be stunning upset. What am I do after that? What am I do after that? The people of Central Manchester deported Peter Bunting. And they took unto themselves one of their own, Rhoda Crawford, a young woman with passion and a zeal for service and the energy and the patriotism to serve people and deliver goods and services to people. And all them have to go up against that is to antagonize her and threaten her and intimidate her and beat her down. Tell me, Central Manchester, how are you going to respond to that? I would not ask you to tear down of his billboard. You must always do not trouble anything for him. Anything you see Mark Donovan Mitchell, just look right and cut your ear and say, what a nasty man. That will do. Or if you see picture somewhere and say dirty man, or but look how you pick them. Do you know how old is the first child? Ask those questions when you see him picture them all over the place. You don't have to tear them down. Just look at them and say, you know you picked them. I wish when I picked them, say you're dead the other day. Just ask him that. But every time you see him picture. But every time you see him picture, throw some something on it, anything. Alright? So, here is what I'm saying to you tonight, Central Manchester. I want to help you understand where this is at. Very clearly. I want you to follow me. Just follow me. Peter Bunting came into your constituency in 2007. And I make sure that I write all this down so that I make no mistake about what I'm saying to Central Manchester. How to defeat man who tried to beat down young woman. Defeat him. When Peter Bunting arrived in Central Manchester in 2007, his first JLP opponent was Sally Portius. Sally Portius gave him a run for money because he arrived in Central Manchester. After him walk around and boast how much him beat Shearer, and then win Southeast Clarendon and then run well left it after one term because PJ Patterson was going to give him the work. PJ Patterson saw through him and knew that he was a devious looking man, that he was demonic and evil, and PJ gave him an office with a desk and a telephone and and him getting morning paper. Nothing PJ that give him to do. So after one term down in Southeast Clarendon, him run well. Run well left Southeast Clarendon people them. Run well left them. Decide him now go back and go make money. DB and G, them build up FinSac thing, them make lot of money, them rape the country, them sue the country, when them get what them want, them wow that kind of things. Him and him party Mark Golding. And then he saw an opportunity to come back in the politics. And he came back in 2007. And John Jr. was stepping aside. And he got the seat. And him and Sally Portius went at it. I'm sorry I never took the time out to find out. Michelle, can you do me a favor, darling? I know you say you're not doing nothing for me today, but do something for me today, no? Can you tell me how many voters were on the voters list in 2007 in Central Manchester? Please. Him and Sally Portius went at it. And Sally Portius gave him a run for his money. And he won the constituency by 115 votes. I want you to listen to me in Central Manchester. Or you're going to beat Donovan Mitchell just for being bad behavior. That's why bad behavior. You're not beat him because he is your opponent. You're going to beat him because I'm bad behavior. Beat him because he's a terrible father. Beat him because he must set an example for children and family. We don't want a baby mother than 700, 1900 pick all over the place. Beat him because him can't campaign with a strategy or a message. So he decide to antagonize and tear down Rhoda. So you're going to beat him just for that. 115 votes him win by. He beat Sally Portius by. And that was 2007. Now 2011 was a big election. That was the election where Portia carried pretty much everybody. Everybody scored big because of Portia in 2011. Nobody would win them election for them own. Most of them would have won with very small margins. But Portia carried it. So after he beat Sally Portius by 115 votes, he went into the 2011 fight with Danville Walker. And I want to big up my friend Danville Walker. I hear some people out there taking liberty of you. I so address them. Because Danville Walker is one of the finest public servants this country has. And those who rope him up, who rope him out for him, I so address you. Having a fun time, I went to that address you. Danville Walker is a fine man. I mean, nobody want to say, but remember that deviating. I remember when I just set up my little construction company and I look work, that Danville Walker was the very first public servant to give me some work. Of course, I got it under certain conditions. Shall I tell them the story, Danville? Shall I? All right, let me tell you briefly. So Danville Walker as down what the place in our wharf, what do call it? So Danville Walker was commissioner of customs. And customs have some, no, not that, no. It was director of elections. Director of elections. That is what he was. So we have an electoral office container up by the ball field here, so. And it was leaking, giving problem, it want fix up. And Danville Walker with him bright self send some man to come fix it up. Now me never know self send somebody to come fix it up. Never hear some man come here and say, Miss Cross, you know, I say, we see some man up on the ball field, say them come for fix the electoral office out there. So I say, really? So me I ask them who I send them and them say them get the work to come fix the ball field. And I said to the man, them say, well, go up there and tell them to come off and go on home, so I come up there and shoot them off like bird. And we never really mean that in the way it sound, but that's the message I said. Tell them either leave peacefully or we go bird shooting. So the man them never leave. So I took up myself and I go up there. Man them come back, Blackie them come back and say, boy, Cross man them did a work and them come for the work. So I go up there. I tell them who give them work, them say electoral office. Somebody say, go and tell Danville Walker, say Karen Cross, say, no work now go on. I say, any work I can do that, and we are going to do it. And we help them pack up and send them, and then we are very peacefully and nice. We were absolutely nice to them, and very, very peaceful to them. We don't bring no war to them, no bird shooting, nothing. We just quietly tell them, help them pack up. And so I tell Danville Walker, say, Karen Cecilia Cross, say, any work I go on up there, so, and we are doing it. Because we can work. We know how to do things. So, next day I get a phone call. Karen Cross, why trouble my work man them? We have trouble my people them for. I said, but how you so bright? What you tell people that been here to come work? And you don't talk to me. We have more people for the work. The rest is history. We got the work. We did it excellent. And we got a whole lot more work after that, a whole crew of us. So we were good. And Danville Walker and I, we met during the by-election in West Central, St. Andrew here. The by-election between Mr. Holness and I think it was Warren Blake. And Danville Walker was down there observing the whole thing and walking up and down. And him like to tell the story that he has never seen a political operative work as hard as I did that day trying to find voters. We did our darndest. So, yeah, that's the story. So in 2011, it was Bunting and Danville Walker. And I remember I said to Bunting on the phone one of the days during the election, said Danville Walker have more passion than you. You're not a passion, you're dead and dead. He was quite upset by it. I remember that very well. But anyway, between him and Danville Walker, both of them clocked over 10,000 votes. Rarity. They clocked 10,000 plus votes. It was a big campaign. The GLP spent a lot of money, and him Bunting spent a lot of money, and both clocked 10,000 votes. Danville Walker got 10,006 or 10,067, I think. And him Bunting got 10,606. He won by 539 votes. Mark that down, Central Manchester, all right? He beat Sally Portius by 115 votes. He beat Danville Walker by 539 votes. That 539 votes take away Sally Portius 150. The 115 when beat Sally Portius by. The rest of it is Portia vote, not his. He never get that from him own. That's a Portia coattail vote. And wasn't it for that, if it was any other leader, he probably would get beaten. But he won. In 2016, he ran against St. Albin Bartlett. and he beat Bartlett by a margin of 1,172 votes. Him got like 9,000 plus and Bartlett got 8,000 plus votes. And that's what happened in 2016. Now, I didn't want to look at the 2020 numbers because 2020, I believe, is kind of an anomaly in some ways. It's not a good measure for elections. So I want to concentrate on these things. 115, 2007, Portia coattail in 2011, and 2016, him a gear up for come take over the PMP, him put in him heart and him soul in that one completely, and came up with 1,172. So him increased the votes each time. It is there. It's about okay, I got it. I never know, say I have it. Alright, it looks like I have the voters list. So him get them two races. Now keep in mind, as I'm telling you, Central Manchester, that the 2011 vote was a Portia vote. Portia coattail. All Portia. Everything we get was all Portia. But also, Danville gave him a run for money. And both of them happened to clap a little over 10,000 votes. Now I decided that I want to see how him do in the divisions. Because what we discover is that the votes in the divisions is different from a general election. And it happens in many constituencies like that, where voters vote for councillors and then don't vote for the MP, or vote for the MP and do vote for the councillor. So let us look at the 2011 vote, where he got 10,000 plus votes and so on. In the Nat Patrick division, the PMP got 2,514 votes in Nat Patrick. The JLP got 2,787 votes. Now listen to me. Nat Patrick, in the height of the PMP with Portia coattail, the JLP clocked 2,787 votes compared to the PMP 2,514. Got me? Almost 300 votes it looked like. Anyway, so Nat Patrick. In Mandeville, so the JLP won Nat Patrick in 2011 with the Portia coattail vote. In Mandeville, the PMP won Mandeville by 20 votes. What if I listen to me, Central Manchester? The PMP won Mandeville by 20 votes in the height of Portia's coattail. When Portia's coattail longer than Walter Park Road. 20 votes they won it by. 20. The JLP got 2,640. The PMP got 2,620. So there. Royal Flats. Donovan Mitchell division, I believe. I hope I'm right. Yes, Royal Flats is his division. Donovan Mitchell, the mayor, the current man whose name will be on the ballot to face Rhoda Crawford. In his division in 2011, the PMP got 3,101 votes. 3,101 votes in that general election in the division. General election we're talking about. The GLP got 3,232 votes. Now listen to me. In Donovan Mitchell's division, in the heights of Portia's coattail, no party leader coattail can't get any longer than that. They got 3,101. The GLP got 3,232. The GLP won Donovan Mitchell division by 131 votes in 2011 general election. Want to stop look for local government election. Stop look for what happened last year. It's not the same thing in our general election, which is what I'm trying to tell you. Local government election, some people will vote for the local government candidate for one reason or the other, and then them go right ahead and vote for the opposing candidate depending on that. It is clear that in 2011, the people in these divisions never liked Bunting. They did not like him. They did not vote for him. It is crystal clear from these numbers. Let's keep going. In biggest division, we are in Mandic there, the one that is creating so much civil nastiness on social media. Mario Mitchell. That is where Bunting's wins came from. 2,371 to 1,408 for the JLP. So Bunting won Belfield by 963 votes. He's won it in, well, I never put that. We're going by that. So I want to understand people. The PNP won the general election by 539 votes in 2011. The JLP won Patrick division by 273 votes. The PNP won Mandeville by 20 votes. The JLP won Royal Flats by 131 votes. And then they won Belfield, the PNP, by 963. I'm going to talk about something later on, going back to all politics is local. I'm going to bring it down to retail for you to understand. And the reason why I wanted Central Manchester to have these numbers and to understand what I'm talking about is this. Donovan Mitchell knows very well that there are serious JLP voters in his division. Very serious JLP voters in his division who just for some strange reason tend to sleep from time to time. Rhoda need to wake them up. Go wake them up and give him a rassle down there. I apologize to the Christians about that. I'm going to get that. This is 2011. This is as long as party leaders' coattail could be. The longest party leader coattail there ever was is Portia Simpson Miller. And with Portia Simpson Miller coattail as long as it was, this is the result. Now I decided, just for good measure, to look at John Jr.'s last election to see if it has any answers for us. In Patrick, John Jr. won by 189 votes in 2002. In Patrick. In Mandeville, John Jr. won by 69 votes. In Royal Flats, John Jr. won by 16 votes. And in Belfield, John Jr. won by 848 votes. John Jr., it seems, was able to bring out those votes in a general election that Bunting can't bring out, could not bring out. And we just need to pay attention to that dynamic and understand that one of the reasons why Donovan Mitchell hyping up him looking nasty self is because he knew that the GLP votes are there for Rhoda to dig out. And if they ran such a campaign in 2011 where Danville Walker came so close to a first-term MP who was supposed to cement himself as a first-term MP and came so close by just 500 or something votes less, then you must understand that this is not a hard thing to do. Not hard. Because this is 2011. Bunting got 10,006. All that 500 plus that he won by a Portia coattail carry. Mark Bowling can't carry it. Him don't have them, him never quote. I wear straight shot with him big gut. Him never quote. Him no tail. Well, except the man in him rear end. So this explains a little bit about Donovan Mitchell's anxiety. Now, I don't know. Skeng said, I'm going to sweep. You must have a big broom somewhere to go sweep everywhere. But Central Manchester, the workers, the candidates, the local government candidates, don't feel that because the local, you lose one or two local government candidates in any consequence, that is going to be reflective in your general election results. Oh no, that's not how this thing works. Not how this thing works. Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell thought so, because them don't know nothing. So we will dismiss them in that, because them don't really know nothing. So that's how this thing go. Yeah? Sandy Solid, who post things from Teddy Lee Gray, thought so too. That the whole our family, them who are basically JLP supporters and members, will vote for she, and then them going to vote for James. That was not so. That's why she on social media now waste time and that shared foolishness. Looking lost and bewildered just like Mark and the rest of them. This is not hard, people, to send back that little man, Donovan Mitchell, to him look a corner. And Rhoda must remind the people of Central Manchester that she is a young woman and she's a role model. She's a role model to girls in Kingston who never knew her story, but know now. It means like a role model to nobody. Man never know to talk to a 12-year-old pitney, which means that he never raised a 12-year-old pitney. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I talk to a 12-year-old pitney and I look sheepish. Like him thinks a 12-year-old pitney can vote. I still don't know if to talk to them. For them to run to him and hold him and up him foot. He not speak them language. So if him can't talk to 12-year-old pitney, I can imagine him can't baby talk either. I can imagine him never have to put a baby and pad him lap or hold the baby and hush the baby. I imagine that him never have to kiss a baby head and her finger and her toe them and her foot batter them to get her quiet. I can imagine him don't know how to talk about like a baby boy and put him on his shoulder and run around the yard and run around the house and go up the stairs faster. And I imagine him don't know how to do that. He wasn't around to raise him hundreds of people there. So he have no business being in the Parliament of King Charles III. No business. Come on, Jamaican people, man. Not do better, man. Part of the reason why the politics fail so much because of all of a pension to elect people that lesser than uno. Way below uno. No less than uno. Behave worse than uno. Live worse than you. There's nobody. You're not electing people to lift you up. You're electing people to bring you down. Electing him would bring you down. Electing him can't lift you up. Why would you want to trade in Rhoda Crawford for him? I want to answer the question. Why? I'm not telling you how to vote. I really not tell anybody how to vote, but I'm telling you. Consider it. Seriously. Consider it. Why? Why would you want to elect somebody who is much lesser than you? Behave worse than you? This is supposed to be your representative. And as trivial as it might sound to you, oh, they don't represent me. They represent themselves. Yeah. But constitutionally, they represent you. They represent the maybe 30,000 people in Manchester Central. Got Parliament. And get up and him love to talk like him a preacher. Said, well, get up and down. I represent people of rare, blah. Pontificating with the Bible. So you have to be careful and know that when you don't participate in the voting process, when you stay at your yard and say, me nah vote, and me never get this, and Rhoda never come up here so, and Francis turn MP, she said she'll come up here so, and she not come, and you decide to you stay home, then when you get a scoundrel for member of parliament, you have to live with it. Because you refuse to participate in the process of electing your representative, you end up with people that are lesser than you. It sounds kind of snobbish, but it is not. Poor people don't want them leaders to be poor. Poor people in a boardhouse, which is very few these days, don't want a leader who live in a boardhouse. I want you to trust me on that. Poor people want them leaders, them will say, show off. And you alone and your family and get this. But they want you to live better than them. They do. They want you to be, a little bit. They want, so when Miranda talk about Chafu go somewhere go get some water for beard, who the hell wants to hear that? I wouldn't be voting for her. If she was chatting that crap make me hear, I wouldn't be voting for her. Why would I vote for somebody who wouldn't talk? And I have to go run go catch some water in a pan. Why vote for somebody who have 6 tanks so we can go get some water? Simple as that. So I want to think on those things, Central Manchester. But I'm also warning Donovan Mitchell. And I don't want to put my neck on the block. But I would like to believe, I would like very much to believe, that Skeng not a part of this way, I do. Or whoever I do it with him. I want to believe that. I do. I want very much to believe that. That is him, some little man them pay some little money out of the council money. And flexing his muscles as mayor. And taking down the woman's billboards and removing her flags. And somebody ought to, give him a talking to about the whole thing. So there you are, Central Manchester. And as for you, South Manchester, you're just next door. You're just next door. And Rhoda beat this man. Beat him straight and lane. And he left. Because she beat him. And when he left $60 million of government money that was slated for you. With people in Central Manchester. And then he come over South Manchester. Because him no idiot. Him no allow up in Newport. That don't have no sense. That's not going to beat up on the chest. And so now PMP. So I knew him could just walls over and tell himself, well, more on the seat I'm going to run. He never come ask you know. Mark tell him go on. Well, him tell himself because him in charge of Mark. So him tell himself, said this is what I'm going to take. South Manchester. I have choices. So I'm going to take South Manchester because him have no answer as idiots. Uno PMP people who vote. Uno tell them are saps, man. I go over and tell them that me want that, I have give it. And him not coming to represent you. Him coming because this man is desperate to hang on to any thread of power that he can get. Any thread of power that he can get. He want to hang on to it. Him not satisfied with winning in Southeast Canada and they run and left the people them. Winning in Central Manchester, then losing in Central Manchester, left the money down there and do help poor people, and then run coming to Uno. He have it all worked out. Because should he lose in South Manchester, don't mean the end of him. Because he want him power. He need him power. And the Tapanaris people them say yesterday, this man is demon. I don't understand. I don't have to explain it more to you. But I got it? Everybody good on that? My God, the chat look dead and your soul. Anyway, never mind. So here, we're still in Manchester, and we're over in Northeast Manchester now. I saw this wonderful video. I say Audley has passed the baton to Audrey. Audley passed the baton to Audrey. I like the name Audrey, it's my mother's name. But I say Audley and Audrey making the rounds and baton is being passed and man a yard have passed the buck to the new woman of the house and look like Northeast Manchester is now riding with Audrey. How you doing Northeast Manchester? I'm waiting to hear from a few of you. Only need to tell me what go on. And let us, see how we went riding there and help. Prime Minister Olmis on the campaign trail. remember I told you the other day that all politics is not only local. You know that sign, how that thing came about? All politics is local. All politics are local. Was coined by former Speaker of the House of Representatives of the United States by the name of Tapanaris. Ran for a seat when he was a young man down in California. Never have social media at the time. Most advertisements were done through radio or small billboards or whatever it is that they had at the time, and flyers. And he lost. And in his concession speech the night, when he conceded that he lost and he was congratulating his opponent, he said, I have learned tonight that all politics are local. Well, you know what? Mr. Holness have taken that mantra of all politics being local, and Mr. Holness have now turned it into all politics is now retail. Because local is still wide. Mr. Holness is now running a retail politics kind of election. And boy, is it wonderful to see. It is wonderful to see. Michael Manley was a populist leader. He just roll on in his sweat shirt coming from jogging and all of that. And he just roll on in and stand up with workers and pray and talk up a storm, and the girls them love him and the men them jealous of him and all kind of thing. Populist leader. And he had it going for him. He knew how to talk to poor people, how to relate to poor people, because all politics being local is a matter of relationship. It's a matter of being able to say, to listen to poor people talk and know what they talk about and be a part of it. It's about their issue, their thing. When you go to talk to them, it's not about it. National, international issue is important, but not to people who have a vote. It always comes down to the retail. So Mr. Owl is out there now practicing retail politics. Retail politics where you see the juice man, you buy a juice, and you pay for the juice, and you leave it, make the people them get it. You don't have to stay there share it. Just leave. Just pay for the juice. Leave it. But we thought that was that in terms of Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness's action on the campaign trail in terms of how he behaved as a local politician. But he started it by going to market. He was going to market first. And I like to think that every time I'm going out, Mrs. Holness give him some money and say, buy some stuff when you go market. That was great to look at. With him I lift up shots. And I wear people ginger. And I feed up people potato. That is retail politics. Me saying to you, this is what you are about, and I want to be a part of that. I want you to keep me as a leader because I understand this part of your life. I do. The yam, the sweet potato, I might argue with our vendor about price. I might buy stuff. It's a natural. I can't plan them something. Them things that come natural. But then, Mr. Holness did something in Westmoreland that is absolutely magical, amazing even. And I want Central Manchester to do a move, because I still have something else to say to you. Mr. Holness went down to Westmoreland, and his brand of local retail politics just ticked up 2 notches higher. How is that? I walk and talk. In my job. So Holness walk with money. You might not see my give her none, but he walk with money. You must see Portia give her none, but she walk with money. Peter Phillips just walk with money. But Portia and Mr. Holness, retail politics. So Holness knows if you walk with money. I'm not have none in their pocket. Just need to have somebody nearby for go so. You know? Him know. Him not hide from nobody. Mr. Wall is a hug people. Him a touch people. Him a cocky in him ears when people are whisper, I want to hear what I say. Because I'm going to drop it off right now. Retail politics. This is our culture. Mark will not understand that. Mr. Wall is a grounds man. And Mark will not have no grounds nation. Mr. Wall is a grounds nation. He didn't have none. So Mr. Wall is a talk to the woman. And she started out by complaining about Mr. Moreland. What did he do? Oh, Mr. Wall is just listen. What can he do? No, let's not listen. Listen to her. Pay attention to what she's saying. Give her your full 100% attention. If there was a chair she sit down to and move her away from some crowd, I might alone just talk about it. But there might be another occasion for that. And she complain about Moreland and his dirty behavior as a member of the JLP and the leader of her party. He listened. And his body language said everything that she needed to hear. And he said nothing about Moreland, never promised her that he would deal with it, nothing. But she was satisfied after she done talk to him. You don't know what? That takes a special kind of magic. I know. Because if I may say so myself, I know that kind of politics. When you talk to people about things that grieve them, I sit down now, you know. I want to give you the full attention. I mean, I run for office. But I want you to know me, I listen to you. I might not be able to solve it, but I want to hear it. I want you to know that me, I listen. I'm a feel it to my heart. But we are tell me, and couldn't sit down, but she felt it. That him get it. What she talk about. Now that is retail politics at its best. And then being a grounds man with a whole heap of grounds nation where Mark Jefferson no have. Somebody bring up an argument about partner. You think it get more retail than that? It doesn't get any more retail like that than that. Showing partner to achieve certain things. She tell the Prime Minister, say, a $5,000 a week. And then proceed to share him story about his mother used to throw partner for getting new shoes. My mother used to do it too. $20 a week. I remember. My mother was used to throw a $20 a week partner. You know how I remember? Some Sundays, and me go drop it off. So I'm telling her that's $5,000. I'm saying, God, so much. When Mr. Wallace, them have a $10,000 a day partner now, boss. $10,000 a week, $20,000 a week partner go all over the place. But she told him can relate to that. Mark Golding don't have that. You don't know nothing about that. Your leader must be able to identify with you the people you are going to vote for, or the people asking you to vote for them, must be able to identify with you. So when you talk about partner, him don't look lost and bewildered. Him know exactly where you talk about because him come from that too. The whole way I come from partner nation. And from this where I come from. When my parents, neighbors get together to $20 a week. And somebody get a drive a week. Grounds nation. Mark Golding have none of that. So Mr. Holness gonna play really, really better retail politics. And believe you me when I tell you, he even playing a little bit better than Portia did. I mean, nobody could play retail politics like Portia. Nobody. But because of his attention span, him come off a little bit better because he has good attention span. We'll just stay with you, in the moment with you, about whatever it is that you're talking about. He want to hear it, he want to be a part of it. All politics are local. But this one, this is retail. This is juice buying and pardon and all kind of things. Yeah? And there you have it. Now what makes this retail politics so good for both Westmoreland candidates and Manchester candidates is this. Mr. Holness in the Blue Dot poll has very high net positives in both Manchester and Westmoreland. Now I see some candidates about them billboard out there, and Mr. Holness picture not prominent on the billboards, most of them, some of them. But it's alright. Maybe some candidate don't need this picture to be big, so I'm repositioning him to a smaller picture. But every candidate in a Westmoreland and Manchester need them picture big up, standing up beside Mr. Holness. Because in Westmoreland, him have a 46% positive rating in Westmoreland. So James and Mr. Wright and Danny walk up and down with him. Uno want to walk up and down with Mr. Holness. Uno want a billboard and a picture them to be beside Mr. Holness. 46% positive rating in Westmoreland, a Blue Dot poll said that. And in Manchester, 38%. Remember the Blue Dot poll also said 11 of the 14 parishes, Mr. Holness lead Mark Golding in positive rating. The people of 11 parishes give him a high percentage positive rating comparing to Mark Golding. In many of those add up to 0. When I say 0, I mean 25% good and 25% bad. That's basically 0% positive rating, as was explained to me by the mathematicians. I couldn't figure it out by myself. And the mathematicians figured it out. Yes, the PMP, yeah, that's what I said. No, PMP never, the PMP, I didn't say the PMP won Westmoreland, Mandeville by 20. They lost Mandeville by 20. Did I say that? I didn't say that. The PMP lost Mandeville by 20 votes in 2011. That's what I said. Was that what I said? So why somebody tell me that I said? It's only in 2011. It's only one division the PMP won, and that was Belfield. Well, if I didn't say that, let me be absolutely clear. The PMP lost all 3 divisions except Belfield in 2011 at the height of Portia's long coattail. Let me repeat that. The PMP only won Belfield division in the 2011 general elections with Portia long coattail. I'm going to take note, Central Manchester. I'm going to take note. Take note. Westmoreland and Manchester, we don't want a leader down there, we don't know. Because film ratings high, both in Westmoreland and Manchester. So, we don't want to walk around with him. We don't want people to soon with the leader. We don't want a picture to have him beside it. Donovan Mitchell, Mark Golding picture beside him, not going to help him. But if him want to put the pan, because if him put the pan, it's going to help Rhoda. So let's encourage him to go do that. Huh? Let us move on so that we don't take up much more time now. The Westmoreland and Manchester candidates, we don't need Mr. Holness. So no, we don't book him. Book him. Promise him yam and whatever it is I don't need to promise him. Promise him yam, promise him cassava, promise him coconut, promise him whatever you want to get him to come hang out with him, look a bit, forget off some of that shine bound. And while Mr. Holness is selling retail politics, talking to the Jamaican people, giving them hope and positivity. Mark Golding walking around throwing out things. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that. One of the Tapanaris them say yesterday, him sound like a communist. I kid you not. One of the Tapanaris say, so one of the things that I worry about or I'm talking about, every time I open mouth and tell people I'm going to give them things, him sound like a communist. That worry me. I talk about the big Tapanaris red people and that about. Yeah? It worry them. I talk about, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that. Now have nothing to sell to people. Him don't know to talk to people. Him can't talk to him. Don't want to talk to you. Him and nasty. So nobody now will shake him and going forward. Cause him and nasty. Nothing can wash off. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Him and nasty. We know that now. So there. And then him a promise that him a go make the IC comment on whatever them looking into that IC want to burn down. All of them. Him a promise that. Him a boom fist. Him a go out all kind of things. But him can't relate to the voting public. Him can't. He's not a grounds man, not a grounds nation. None of that. Him not no retail politics in him. Because him walk with money, that's the first thing. He not buy nothing for himself, he not buy nothing for nobody. He don't know nobody don't know him. No people don't want to hug him up and take picture with him and make him play them here. Look at my pictures on my social media I put up with the Prime Minister's birthday. So nobody don't want to chat to him. But Maxine Henry Wilson said that, I don't know if she posed a question or I don't know under what, I don't know what was happening when she said it. I don't know where she was when she said it. But she made a comment about not having anything to present to the voters is a problem. And my guess is she's referring to Mark Golding and him crew. That them do have nothing to present to the voters and not having anything, i.e. a manifesto, to show voters something that you're going to do for them or something that you learn this, you know. I said, let me go first. After she said that, I said, Buchanan, I don't know if by design or him just roll himself into it and run up his mouth as he usually does. It's not somebody I take on much because I don't think him altogether up here. It would be sinful to do it, to take him on. So most time we just leave him, make him play in his mind. Because that's what he seems to do most time, play in his mind. And when she said that, I said then probably responding or not to say that, I need now. Sorry, we can't show no videos. As I said, the thing broke down tonight. As a result of not having a manifesto to show to the people, I said Buchanan is saying that people don't need to see manifesto because they can't read and write. And they don't understand manifesto. But so they don't need to see. I would imagine him also referring to the Tapanaris, them, who's the most likely group of people who want to see a manifesto. He's not exactly wrong about it. But it's a crude way that he puts it. To say that nobody wants to see a manifesto because people want to see it because I want to look through it, mostly for the picture them. And I want to see the headline of what it says. And I want to hear you talk about it. But the truth about the voting public is that, yeah, you can present a manifesto to them. Or you can say you present a manifesto. You're going to have a tree and somebody say, have you seen the manifesto that the JLP present? The what? The manifesto. You know that thing with them outline and thing? Oh, we don't know me about it. Have you seen the one the PNP present? Them present one too? Mm-hmm. Okay, why not? Somebody tell them. But here what makes what voters are more interested in instead of a manifesto. Voters want the retail politics because if you even present a manifesto to them, they want the power and the moment to say to you, you didn't promise that 5 years ago. 5 years ago you said, ray, blah, blah. They want that. They need that. They need to have that. Voters always want that. You can't take it from them. Them want to know what you promised them something the last time and you never deliver it. They say, I'm not having nothing to quarrel about. And not for hold you accountable about. So they want to hear it. What they want with that is for you to say, yeah man, you get that last week. Or, yeah man, we don't never do it quick, but they don't know. You know? Then, yeah man, go look. You say you want to see one fence up there so because the dog on my next side. Yeah man, we put up the fence man. We couldn't do it within the 5 years because the money did kind of sharp, a whole lot of things that go on, but we finally get to it. So they want that, but they also want to remind you of things that they never do. So yeah, I'm kind of right, but him is crude and him is rude and how him disrespect the voters. I think his remark was meant for the voters of Portland, but I take it that it's a wide remark, that it's a broad remark that's going to reach the entire voting public, and you can unsay it once you say it. So there you go. Them now no respect for voters, and them think that voters are idiots, and we can't read and we don't know their manifesto, and therefore when it seems like a rebut from him to Maxine and Wilson. The Tapanaris people them want a manifesto, yes, but even they themselves want to be able to talk about things that you say you're going to do the last 5 years, they never get to do it, and them want to convince them that you did some, even if they never see it. So that is just that with that, and you just don't know how it works and all the rest of it. So there we go with that. I have one final thing to say to you tonight, and it is kind of politics but not politics, and I want to hear from the people them in the chat about this this next topic. Everybody good? Everybody good? Me not hear from everybody. Everybody all right? Huh? Everybody good? All right. So now, going forward, we are going to be talking about, we're going to introduce a new topic to the live, which will be the final topic on every live. But before I go to that, it's called Culture Warriors. We're going to talk about something culturally, music, art, food, whatever is going on in the moment. And tonight, we're going to talk about who's really the king of dancehall. You ready for that? Everybody ready for that? Who is the king of the dancehall? I'd like to hear from the people in the chat. Who is the king of the dancehall? Want to talk to me? Huh? Who's the king of the dancehall? Anybody? Anybody can tell me who's the king of the dancehall? Who's your choice for king of the dancehall? Who is your choice for king of the dancehall? No? Nobody? Alright. Now, king of the dancehall. Let's look at this. And then what I'm going to do is that for each culture warrior session, I'm going to make the culture warriors themselves, you and in the chat, talk about whatever it is, and whatever you come up with will be the winning result. The king of the dancehall. In order to arrive at who is really the king of the dancehall, let's talk about how you become a king first. How king became king. And most kings became kings through battles, through wars, or claiming of land, which is always through wars and battles. And or, as one writer put it some years ago, many moons ago, noblemen became noblemen not because they were born noblemen. It's because they took it and said, I'm a nobleman. And some kings become king and say, I am the king. According to most of history, the first recorded king ever in the world, in terms of a historical narrative of kings, was a guy named Alulim, who was a Sumerian king. He was appointed as king, but the old-fashioned way. You don't know the old-fashioned way of how kings were appointed, right? He convinced people that he descended from heaven, and then the rest is history. The rest was gullibility and stupidity and desires to be great and all the rest of it. So that is how kings became kings. Neediness, dominance, power, to be led and to have power. So now the world has 43 monarchies, kings, whatever them call themselves. Monarchies. Asia has the most kings, about 13. Africa has about 4 and 2 constitutional and 2 absolute monarchy, royalty. Europe has 10, Belgium and Netherlands and Sweden and Spain and all of them. Even the Vatican itself is kind of an elected monarchy. Now, who is a king? Because me and Princess have had this discussion about kings already, And Princess make her choice about who is a king. Who is a king? What makes a king a king? So tell me, you and the chat, who's the king of the dancehall? I want to hear from you first before I share my views with you. Who is the king of the dancehall? I can't hear them. Anybody? I can't hear a soul. Nobody have no king of the dancehall? Okay. Okay. Beenie Man or Vybz Kartel? Which one of them is the king of the dancehall? Is it Beenie Man or Vybz Kartel? Can somebody tell me? No? Okay then. Alright. Nobody don't know who's the king of the dancehall. So we're not going to call the king of the dancehall tonight then. Because nobody wants to participate in this part of the fun part of the life. So alright. But we're going to talk about it. King of the dancehall. Who is the real king? And we want to go think about it and talk about it. And when we come back, we have a real discussion about who is the real king of the dancehall. Alright? So if there's nothing further, I don't know if anybody calling in tonight at the phone. But if there's no calls and nobody and everybody's good, let me once again apologize for the lack of the other platform and how we ended up on this thing for me. So if you want to call in a good time. If not, we'll go to bed then. No? But don't make start calling when we decide to lock down the thing and go to bed. Alright, so if there is who calling me? What now? What happened? Huh? Well, I don't know. You see, what I want to talk about, let me take this call, Hello, good night. Hello?
Hello?
Good night.
Good night.
Yes? Who is the king of the dancehall?
Dancehall king.
Who? Yeah. Yeah, but that we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about nothing else. Who is the king of the dancehall? Who is the king of the dancehall?
I'm not a fan of the dancehall.
Yeah, the fan of the dancehall. Alright.
No.
Alright. Alright. So what you're saying very quickly because somebody is calling. So good night to you. How are you?
So I am good. I just want to make a point on this school bus stuff there because I still see them coming about the school bus and I see Damian talking about the school bus or could buy coaster bus and ground plane and thing. Why are they so I was still thinking about coaster bus. It's something that I love to rip off them friends for whatever, parts, selling off those things. Because I know the JUTC bus that they're in Jamaica. They couldn't sell those parts, But the guys, them still sell the rims and the tires of those buses. I know they sell them, The rims and the tires, because the rims and the tires were on trucks. You understand? And most of the work on the English truck.
Yeah.
Because it's the same lug. Same 10 lug stuff. And you work on the English truck.
Yeah.
So now you get some coaster bus. All these parts end up them thief them off, put them on them friend coaster bus them when I work.
So so you're saying that Damien made a speech about getting coaster buses?
Yeah, he made a speech. I see him at I think it's Sunday or something down in some conference they're talking about, could I get 100 or whatever coaster bus for what money, and when he check the bus they only cost like about $2 million or something. I don't even remember exactly.
Well,
so
my only response to you on that is to say that you must never listen to nothing Damien Crawford say, and you mustn't take it serious. Alright? Alright? Now go check our next call. I'll go hear from somebody else. Alright? But don't take Damien too serious about nothing. Alright?
Because, I listen to both.
Alright.
Everybody I listen to.
Alright, then you should. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't listen. You should listen, but don't take him too serious.
He's a comedian,
Yeah, man. Him talking to the... What's the time when him talking to the goats? So you shouldn't pay no attention to it.
I think you should try to go to the state and link up with guys like Kevin Hart and Chris Rock, some of those guys, to see if we can get
I work. See if we can get a gig. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you for calling, darling. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello, good night. Hello, you have to turn on the thing in the background, darling. It's not a good feedback.
Hello.
Good night, my darling. How are you?
It's not too bad. Karen.
Yeah, you have to turn down the thing in the background.
It's Karen. Oh, turn down the TV. Yes.
Yeah.
Good night, Karen.
Good night, my dear.
Yes, I have a message to my Prime Minister.
Go right ahead and give it to him now.
Yes. Right. I must talk to you now.
No, you don't speak, man. I'm going to get the message. You don't speak. They're going to record it and give him.
Yes. I tell my Prime Minister that he must be in no trouble because God gives me 2 messages to give him. I see him and Mark Bolin coming down from heaven, and when they're coming down, my Prime Minister lands so sweet and nice. And when Mark Bolin reach halfway, he sailed away in darkness. And I go back again. And when I go back again,
Him sail away in darkness. And the devil can't. Where's the devil took him?
The devil took him. He get halfway, sail away. And the other week, Saturday night, the Lord called me and showed me him again, and the 2 of them are come down. And I said, girl, believe you me, when the Prime Minister just come down, he just land so sweet and nice. And Mark Bolin sailed away again in darkness. Upon this rock, my Prime Minister built church, and the gates of hell shall never prevail against him. God 19 from the crown of the head unto the soles of his toe. From that man winning, from the first portion coming in, the Lord showed me say him I will. A 5 times and the Holy Ghost say, him I go for 5 terms. No one can stop him.
All right.
No one can stop the Prime Minister.
I'm sure I'm going to get that message. I'm sure I'm going to get it.
Listen, yes, because I in America. I come from Jamaica, but the Labour Party from Bustamante come right up them is down that bill Jamaica. I wouldn't even matter talk about Mr. Michael Manley in 72, that my Prime Minister born 72, and I have 2 children, 167 and 171. My first daughter older than Andrew Holiness. Today is the Prime Minister birthday. I know that he is 53. August coming, my daughter will be 54. So she's 1 year older than him. And I tell you something, look at the young man who come and rule the nation. He's so disciplined. He's so intelligent. Oh God. Down to the dead in the grave love him. Everybody love that Prime Minister. No one. Even that him in the day of Eddie Siago, where I know he used to rule. Because Eddie Siago train him coming up. That man do not want anything. Look at the man just peaceful and nice and humble and know how to speak to him. Oh my God. God bless him. His store basket will never empty. He will never get a beating from God. Mark Willing how much beating to get. Tell him, come off from the Prime Minister and let him.
Him get the message. He might listen. Late now I'll tell him. Late now I'll tell him because late now watch the line.
Yes, my Prime Minister have to win because there is no government that rise up, not even Bustamante. We found Jamaica in that was time in Washington Norman. And when the dog, when he go and come up, all the dog jump up on him and the pussy in the Orange Street. Jesus Christ is a crown him. The whole of the labor right Prime Minister them, they do good through the country. Oh my God Almighty, but this one, do everything. There is nothing left. They want to come after him because I'm not top creative. They can't stop him.
All right. All right. Continue to pray for the Prime Minister and pray for Jamaica.
Yes, man. Let them have to pray for me Jamaica. Then they have to love me Jamaica and me with the best food and the best reggae music and the best salvation and the best everything.
Oh yeah, Jesus lived down here.
Yes, man. Because then you know see him dead with the Prime Minister, man. You know see the Prime Minister going, no matter what them doing in the world, they can't stop my Prime Minister. Big up my Prime Minister. Big up the whole of in the audience say, what are carrying everybody.
All right, darling.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
The truth same way. Every time me have to listen when I don't tap jump. That's why I never tap until I get the number. You die to labor right and you now come out of me until God come. Nobody can stop Andrew Holiness.
All right.
Nobody.
Got you.
God make him. You see the man come down forever, the world will assemble of him and they talk how him blessed and how him just nice and his manners everything just nice. Oh my God, and he get a nice wife again. Oh my God. Me miss my finance minister we gone overseas.
Oh, you mean Nigel?
No, God, I love him to my heart.
Nigel bold power, man. Nigel gets a big work. Bold power.
Listen, man, I love him to my heart, man. And I stand up and see him. That same works, what him have done for a young man. Me tell you, say, it's only him and Andrew Holiness will have bring down that economy. Let them bless. Lord God Almighty from 72 come and so say, me the one God is in Jesus' name. And God sent Andrew to come take out Jamaica. Out of the lion, then out of the fire, the maca. They just leave him alone. And the king just go and I love him anything. Anyway, me see him on YouTube, me can't live until he's done. I love him, man.
Okay, yeah.
All the old champion, everything. From when he come in, me love him, that mother. We birthed him. May I tell you, 1972. Must be when she see her son, oh God, she must thank all of her and give God thanks for your manners of the Prime Minister like that. Look on speak. Oh my God, don't to the baby on the breast. He shaking there and then listen to the baby. It don't matter if you're PNP or you're Labour right or you're MP or you're what. But he might listen to you. And by listening to you, you get your things in. We could have wanted a better Prime Minister than that. 5 term in my papa. Mark Bolin got dropped on my dead. 5 term. Let Mark Bolin get away. Mark Bolin chaka. When I post him something on the TV, when I hear the audience and everybody term chaka, I say, Jesus, the people in my living I say, oh, chaka. These are the worst PNP president. All of the other PNP president, them, I will listen to them. I don't want to listen to you. I will see the look of my TV. I don't watch them. Because the parasite, them, they are following. Them was on him. Because they know what work a handout, them want. My government don't take handout. You have to work. Because my Bible tells me so by the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. By the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. You can't want contact about say, if you see one man or 2 horse and 2 carriers, you go take it, and then where go. No, we don't give in that. Labor right don't give in that.
It's about 3 weeks here wait for service, don't it?
Man, I tell you, man, oh God Almighty, man, una do a good work, and me glad you lash them. Lash them from left, right, and center. Because I'm willing to even know to talk to the people, then where am I go?
No, not a ground station. It's not a ground station. It's not a ground station. It's not a ground station.
All right. You ever see a PNP president what they gonna do that? Michael Manley not do it. PG not do it. And Portia not do it. Because, you know, Mama P is everybody. I'm a labor right, I'm a lover too. But me say, you see, Mark Bolin, me can't be a team. Kind to lie. All them lie they then tell for my prime minister, you know, it have a rock back on him, you know, because God I watch him. Yes, you're making one. Making one, him will catch the head up. Him going to drop down that the night. They only plan them a plan for TV and the war and the Galaman and him a put Bruce was because he hungry and he torment for power.
Him a Peter Mountain.
Yeah, that's the same thing them and the ugly one where they call you the camp, but Jesus Christ. I come from a camp, they say me more big like the whole of the United States. But the ugly and dancer, you just go, oh, I saw somebody talk. Angela Brown can't talk neither. Angela Brown to get away. All of them, they are thieves. Let young PNP YO come up. Because PNP must win again. But listen, this is Labour time. Not in Mark Bolin time. Mark Bolin to go with Mark Bolin don't even have most of 2 communities left from God. Omar Davis community. And in neither him or Omar Davis don't build a matches back. So go to Uncle Tan.
Them not a legacy.
Because of me preach the gospel of city.
Them not a legacy.
Yeah, nothing no left back. Not going to go matches back himself. But him going to talk about him going to build how much also encourage the Prime Minister to see how the Prime Minister build up the whole of Jamaica. Oh God Almighty, that man couldn't do. Angel in heaven could have never do more than what this man do. Eh?
Yeah.
God give this man knowledge. This man is full of knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The man know everything. The man have a brain box when none of them can carry. And him not throw a word pan none of them in no business with them, no matter what they say. Look how them at Andrew don't take 1 cent out of government money. Andrew take 3 money with have and they build up the country and the people in revenue. But them are thieves. I come to match up for no bill. But by the help of the Almighty God, my goal never see Jamaican house. He better get 4 Alville. That me I tell him.
Alright, darling. You get everything off your chest now? Because you've been calling me for time to say you want to talk.
Yes, because I've done me a long time and I can't get to the Prime Minister.
I know. Well, if we get this, somebody will cut this out for him. I am sure them, yeah man. Yeah man, the labor is about the live man. They're going to cut it out and give it to him. Don't worry.
Yes.
They're going to cut out that section and make sure him get it.
Yeah man, 2 of them come down from every man and me in land so safety. Right down and I watch him until he come right down. Man, when he catch our friend Lance in a hill in a darkness.
Alright. That sounds just about right to me. Thank you so very much for calling, darling. I'm glad you get everything off your chest because you've been harassing me about wanting to talk.
Yes, man, because I'm glad I get to talk tonight because I'm going me too much.
There you go.
Yes.
So I'm glad you feel all right now. You get everything off?
Yes, I feel all right, my girl. I feel all right.
Okay.
Feel
Just
all
want,
right.
just want to know you feel all right. All right. Take care of yourself. Say hello to Ozzy for me.
Yes, okay, my girl.
All-
I said that I'm glad I'm children.
All right then. Cool.
Yes, okay.
There, you know from when you want to talk? Weeks now. All right. So I thought we were to leave this dance king of the dancehall thing till next week, but it look like we don't really want to talk about the king of the dancehall. And on the live, most of you saying it's Beenie Man. Why is that exactly? Will you explain to me why you believe that Beenie Man should be the king of the dancehall? Tell me, because I would think that if we have the choice of selecting a king, say not by birth or by lineage, or the king never win the wars and gain the land, so we're going to crown him king. Let's say we have a choice to elect a king. You and all right, I'm going to give you a choice. Yes, I know you want Yellow Man. You have, Yellow Man and Wells. Shabba Ranks and Vibes Cartel. All right, let's have an argument sake then. The contest tonight is between Vibes Cartel and Beenie Man. And that's why we call it Culture Warriors. Because the culture war is this. Beenie Man has held the title by name, King of the Dancehall, for quite a while now. Vibes Cartel have never been named the King of the Dancehall ever before. Let us dissect the two things then, since we don't want to do it tonight. Let us dissect the two things. First, Beenie Man, king of the dancehall. If you're going to crown a king, what are some of the attributes you want to crown the king? So tell me, is the king a decent man? Does the king enjoy the love and support of his entire family? Does the king have the love and support of the country that he's going to be king for? Is the king a family man? Because kings in history, most of them are really killers and criminals and stuff, but in history. But in a modern day monarchy, and you have a chance to elect a king for the dancehall, what are the qualities you're looking for in a king? Now, I'm not promoting any particular man to be king of the dancehall, but if I want to match up Beenie Man and Vibes Cartel, here is my argument for both of them, and then I want to hear what you say afterwards. Beenie Man, king of the dancehall, still I wear tight up clothes like him at 21. I don't recall when is the last time he put out an album or a tune or a catchy tune. I don't see him getting enough international profile. Him not doing a whole for international concerts. Him not up there, him not brand nothing. Him not doing no brand promotion. If all of that go on, I no need to tell me. But I don't see it. Alright. What kind of man is Beenie Man? Is he a kind man? I don't know about that. But here's a drawback for me with Beenie Man if you're going to crown him king of the dancehall. If he's a man with many baby mothers, maybe about 15 by now, 16 maybe, several baby mothers, several babies, children, I don't know if him take care and pick to them. I don't see him with them. One of his sons went to Meadowbrook Prep with my son Matthew, and throughout the whole time at Meadowbrook, even when them have father's event, he never show up at none of them. I meet all of them, so he never show up at none of them. Ninja Man, not in the Austins anymore. Neither is Yellow Man. So and Shabba Ranks. So I'm just matching up Beenie and Vibes Cartel. Beenie on the other hand also, while not a family man, don't have him children around him, can find some stability in life in terms of a woman, a wife, married several times or fake marriage several times, or claim say in married several times, but certainly have a whole heap of kids and a whole heap of baby mother. Bad for business in terms of being a king. Totally bad for business if you're going to be a king. So there is that. I've never seen Beenie Man with his mother, quite frankly. I don't know if his mother is alive. I've never seen him with his mother, taking his mother out, hanging out with his mother. And the kids, those things bother me for a king. To be my king, for a man to be my king, those things would bother me. I don't see him involved in much, what I'm calling now, charity work either. So I don't know. I don't see much people saying Beenie Man do this and Beenie Man help with that and Beenie Man contributed to that. It's just a pure, on the draw a line where that is concerned. So me have an issue with Beenie Man being my king. Pointedly, clearly. For if not for anything else, for the fact that I've never seen him with his mother. For the fact that I don't see him with him kids. I don't see him with the children. I still behave like him at 21. And for the fact that I don't see him with the new music either that I want to sing. I mean, there's just a couple of music that Beenie Man sing that I really love, you know. Enough girls and girls in a bungle. That's one of them. I mean, if you want the man to be king of your country, you must set some standards. You must have some standards, man. So that's him. Vybz Kartel now. From before Vybz Kartel went to prison, he was known to be a man with, you know, 1 and 2 women, not many, couple baby mother, not a holy, but him look after him kids. Look after him baby mother them. All when him broke up with them, him look after the baby mother them and make sure them all right. And him look after him kids. Not afraid to be around his kids. Not afraid to be in their space, being a part of their lives as a king. See with him mother, love him mother. See with him girlfriend now. Even though they had a baby mother, them still there. Him and him girlfriend, wife to be or wife yet, I don't know, fiance. And there is no angst between the baby mothers and the current wife or wife to be or fiance, whatever it is. I can't get it right, so I don't know. It changes daily. One day is wife, next day is fiance, I don't know. So there is that. Then there is his other life that he went to prison for murder. And we still can't find Lizard body. And about 80% of the country believe that him killed Lizard. And Bunting the goat that said that he's responsible for 80% of the murders in the country. You just say Bunting a demon. Bunting a demon, you know. Bunting was say that Vybz Kartel also responsible for 80% of the murder, which was a lie by Bunting. Him just want something to hype up and get himself on the thing too. So, but he is by and large a murderer, according to most people. But so there's that one side of him. There's a side where him come back from that, got a reprieve from that, and basically redeeming himself through his own actions. How him help people, how him relate to the people in his life, him wife, him baby mother them, him children them, him over the world, him have whole of brand going on, him promoting things, him doing all kind of things, and nice up on Instagram, and all the rest of it. So there you have. You have Beenie and you have Vybz Kartel. Both men flawed. Do you really want them to be a king? Answer me that. I'm waiting for the answer. There's no other artist who are worse than match up them two there. And just them two that will match up. Right? Who would it be? Majority of you still going to say Beenie Man. And I don't know why. I'm not saying that Vybz Kartel could be king, you know. But if I'm going to do a measurement of the full measure of the two men, I would have to say, boy, even with a murder charge, and even with Bunting saying him responsible for 80% of the murder in the country at the time when Bunting said, if I was to crown one of them, both of whom are very flawed men, and if I had another choice, I wouldn't want them to be my king. But if it has to be one of them, I would go with Kartel. Why? For the simple reason that he did some things, he came back from those things, he's been trying to make amends for those things, and there's no better way to make amends for any wrongdoing that you have done in your life than with your children and your family and the woman that gives birth to you, your mother. And you might not all agree, but him making strides and him making, doing everything that he can to make amends. While being the man still dead, we don't know how much children have because we don't see him with the children then. We don't see him with the mother. We don't see him go out. We see him still behave like him at 21. Something to do. So there, that's my take on Culture Warriors tonight about who's the king of the dance. So, Spice crowned Vybz Kartel king of the dancehall. And we not, everybody can't be happy. Alright, now somebody a call for us. Have a goodbye though, ads. Alright, who's the king of the dancehall? Who is the king of the dancehall?
I would go with Cartel, just like you, Karen.
Alright, so me have a back up.
My reason, if you watch Cartel, is a family man.
Yeah. Speak in the phone.
Okay, let me tell you. Since he's talking about family, you can notice a lot of these other artists now.
Yeah.
Everybody's exposing family.
Yeah, so you see Cartel come back and set an example now. While being still not reach a party when can set an example to nobody.
All of a sudden, everybody has shown them.
Everybody has shown them family now.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So he set an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. As I said, he has done some things and he paid for them in some respect. He has paid for them. His reputation, he was away from his children and his family for a while. Everything, a whole bunch of things happened to him. And I suppose him take full responsibility for all the things that happened to him. But in the spirit of grace and in the spirit of redemption, we have to all admit that he is making mammoth effort to redeem himself. And he's doing so not only through his music, but with his family life. And that is a big deal.
And if you notice also, dancehall is back. They were saying dancehall was out, and since he's back, dancehall is everything now too.
That's right, because a two foreigners, 2 American win the Grammy for dancehall was about 2 or 3 years ago. Because there's no dancehall music making, the music that they make, and everybody upon one little thing, everybody can't seem to find a rhythm or find them talent. Since Cartel come back, everybody find back them new talent.
Right.
Because they're facing competition.
Dancehall is big thing again.
Yeah.
So you have to give give him his due, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you don't agree with other stuff but we can't prove, but
that's where I stand. So if I had a vote in the crowning, I would crown Vybz Kartel.
Yes.
Thank you for calling, darling. I'm sure there are some people who want to call and say Beanie, so.
okay.
Thank you, darling. No one call and take me on about that. Alright then. We're going to call it a night. Thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. We'll apologize again about the whole thing. Remember to share the live, like the live, leave me a pithy comment. Still go out in a dancehall thing. We're going to come back next week. We're going to talk about Culture Warriors again. Those of you who have the phone number, please tell me, give me a Culture Warrior topic to talk about. Something to do with our culture, please. Something spicy, something nice, something, groovy, and keep us jumping. So thank you all so very much for joining me. God bless you all. Please stay safe, everybody, and do remember to keep the children safe. All right? Great. We don't know. Maybe we don't. Are you ready?